I'd like to speak about my Pawsey project, which was called Conquest, which stands for Conformer Generation via Quantum-Driven Electronic Structure Torsions. And so this project was on finding different molecular geometries which are most common in nature. And so you can see here, I was a Pawsey intern under my supervisor Giuseppe Barker, with help from Jorge, who is a postdoc in the lab. And through this project, I learned a lot about chemistry and the conformer search problem. And so the first thing to note is, what is a conformer? Well, there are many arrangements of atoms in 3D space, and those can change based on rotations about single bonds. And so conformers have different energies, and conformers are important because we really want to know what a molecule looks like in nature. We can be given the chemical structure, but we don't know exactly what it'll be in nature, and this changes with temperature. And so to know the different conformers tells you what will appear in nature based on the temperature. And so there are many different ways to calculate the stability of different geometries, and the stability corresponds to energy. And so different means of calculating the energy correspond to different means of calculating the stability. We used molecular second order perturbation theory for our calculations. And there are indeed many ways to find the conformers, and there are reasons as to why it's hard. So we introduced Conquest, which uses high accuracy quantum calculations, a genetic algorithm, and GPU computing to execute those high accuracy calculations. And our algorithm was genetic in nature, using most of the usual mutations, and this particular fitness function. In the end, we got these results where we had a greater number of conformers in the low energy zone than our main competitor, which is Crest. And as you increase the accuracy of the so-called basis set, which made up the quantum energy calculations, you got better results from the algorithm. And of particular note is our performance on the tail of the distribution, where we performed much better than Crest when we were looking at the top 5 conformers. And so that might mean that we're able to predict a lot better than current methods on higher temperature systems. And so we achieved this algorithm through scaling parallelization across multiple nodes on several GPUs. So most runs use 64 GPUs. Because of our use of parallelism, we were able to match or sometimes beat the performance of Crest, which can only run on one node. And so you can see there for the largest energy difference, ADP, we were lower than Crest for 4 to 64 GPUs. And so there are many applications for conformers. But yeah, that was the algorithm. So thank you for listening. I really enjoyed my time at Pawsey, and it taught me a lot.